Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, then my name's London Hustle, and this is probably going to be one of the most personal and also terrifying videos that I've ever recorded. In today's video, we're going to be answering some of the most common questions, as well as addressing some of the allegations that have been made towards me. So it's going to be a juicy one. Stick around, we're going to be doing some deliveries as well. Let's get into it. Also, just to mention, it's quite dark right now. It's actually really early in the morning. It's currently 7:30. The streets are very busy here with people going to work, and it is freezing cold. I think it's like -1 degrees right now. So while we're waiting to get our first order, we're going to answer the first question. A lot of you wanted to know how I first got into delivering, and I actually started back in 2018 when I went to university. I went to uni here in London and I studied business and finance. I was looking for a job which gave me a lot of flexibility, something that, you know, whenever I was free I could go out and earn some money. I didn't want to be refined to certain hours. If I had a test coming up, or if some of my friends were going out, or we wanted to do something sociable, I didn't want to be restricted by a job that had certain hours. So delivering just made a lot of sense to me, and I've always rode bikes. I've been riding bikes since I could probably walk, so this just seemed like the perfect opportunity. It was something that looked quite fun to me, and also something that gave me a lot of flexibility. I'm surprised we haven't had an order yet. It's 7:30. I thought we'd be in the breakfast rush right now. Speak of the devil, here we go. We're getting a £3.32 order in from a food and wine store. Go on, we'll take this one. We're about 4 minutes away from this restaurant. I think that's enough time to answer another one of your questions. Now, a lot of you wanted to know, is this my full-time job? And it's a little bit of a complicated answer, because I was doing this when I came out of uni as a full-time job. You know, I wasn't earning tons and tons of money from it, but it definitely paid for the bills. Now that I'm doing YouTube and social media as well, I would say deliveries take up about 50% of my time. I try to delegate between the social media and the deliveries. You guys have given me an amazing opportunity to do what I love, come out and record videos. I find it so much fun. It unlocks the creative side in me, and it gives me a lot more freedom. So if you were to ask me that question maybe a year back, I would say yes, deliveries is my full-time job. If you were to ask me now, I would say no, it's more of a part-time job, as well as YouTube and social media being a part-time job. But they kind of interlock with each other to become my full-time job. I found it quite funny in my last video when I asked if you guys had any questions. Someone left a comment saying, "Are you rich?" And the answer to that is no, most definitely not. Although I have this YouTube platform, you would probably be surprised to know that YouTube doesn't really pay that much. Yes, I'm very blessed and grateful to have this platform and opportunity, but I can't solely rely on the YouTube earnings and income to pay rent and to pay bills and things like that. So I do have to come out and deliver as well. Right, we're coming up to our first pickup here. Is this place even open? I think I'm at the right place. The lights are on, but I'm not sure if anyone's home. Okay, he said 1 minute. I think we're good. Well, this is certainly an interesting breakfast. This customer's gone for a Mountain Dew and a sizzling hot dog at 7:30 in the morning. Fair enough.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Right, just 5 minutes to this customer. You guys just probably saw that we've got a new system on the back of our bike. We've got a big old delivery box with some insulated bags inside. A lot of you might be wondering why it's took me so long to get around to doing this, and the truth is, it actually hasn't. That leads me on to my next point here. There was a lot of talk in the comments about my videos being fake. There was a lot of people saying, "Oh, how are you recording now? The leaves are still on the trees even though it's winter." And the truth is, yes, a lot of my videos were pre-recorded, and the reason for that is, since April last year, I've technically been homeless. I haven't had a place to live here in London. I was living in a 2-bedroom flat with one of my friends from university, and back in April my landlord decided to sell, so we had to move out, and unfortunately I couldn't find another place to live. So every single video that you've seen in the past couple of months since April has been pre-recorded, and I've been living out of hostels, recording 2 to 3 videos a day. It was absolute torture. It was horrible. People were snoring the whole time. I was sharing rooms with like 13, 14 people. I'll put some pictures up on screen now of how I was doing my work. You can see I was in a tiny little single bed, crammed in with all my hard drives, laptops, chargers, everything like that. It was an adventure, that's for sure. You know, I was trying to keep the batteries for everything charged, like the GoPros, the bikes, the laptops, everything like that. And it's really hard when you're staying in a room with like 13, 14 people. I remember one of the nights, the police actually came in and arrested someone at like 3 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, it was not easy, that's for sure. And it's something I wasn't sure if I was going to tell you guys or speak about, because it's kind of personal, but I thought it's only right that you guys know. And maybe now you can see why in recording my videos, it seemed to be summer for a very long time, because I would record like 2 or 3 videos in one day. Oh, here we go, we're getting a Subway order before we drop this off. I'll take that. But yeah, I was recording like 2 or 3 videos a day, and obviously only uploading once a week, so you can see how in 2-3 weeks I can have months worth of footage. But now there is some good news, and that's that I have a flat in London, so all the videos are going to be back in real time, which is exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. We'll carry on this conversation in a second. I'm just going to go drop off this order. Oh, this is so much easier than having to get my backpack off every time. There we go. I have no idea what floor, I'm just going to guess. Oh, wrong floor. Hiya. There you are. That was a very strange drop-off. There was no conversation at all, just a little hand creeping behind the door to grab the order. That's the first one of the day dropped off. Let's get back on the bike and head to Subway. Alright, Subway is 6 minutes away from us. To get back onto what I was talking about before, I'm sorry if you guys felt misled, but I hope that clears some things up. And man, I tell you what, it was absolute killer. Some of the nights I was just getting no sleep at all, so if the quality dropped off at all or I sounded tired in any of the videos, then I do apologise, but hopefully now you can see why. Oh, look at this, we're getting an additional order on top for £2.99. I'll take that. Seems to be a pretty good morning so far. And while we're on the conversation of living situations, I think that leads us nicely into the next question, and that is, will I always live in London? The answer to that is no, I don't think I will. Don't get me wrong, I love London, but I think the world is too big to refine ourselves to one place. I'll probably live in London for the next few years at least, but going forward in the future, I'd love to live in another country, or even countries for that matter. I love to travel, I love to broaden my horizons. Last year I actually did 3 months over in Brazil, and it was probably the best 3 months of my life, to be honest. It was very, very nice over there. I actually filmed a delivery video over in Brazil, which is really cool, and it's probably one of my favorite videos on this channel to date. I'll leave a link at the end of this video if you want to go ahead and watch that. We're just coming up to Subway. Oh my god, we're picking up a foot long. It's a classic BMT and a chocolate chip cookie. That sounds like a very heavy breakfast. Hi mate, got an order for Joe P? Yeah. Thank you. Took quite a while to prepare that one. I need to remember to bring the bag out at the back of my box though, because usually I'm used to having a backpack with me at all times, so just something I need to remember. It's not too bad because the bike's just around the corner, but for those ones where we need to walk a bit further, it's going to be nice to have the bag just to keep the customers' food nice and warm. The good thing about the setup we've got going on here is we've got this little bag here so we can separate the orders, or if we have something that's hot and cold, we can put hot in here like so, and then we have this whole space over here to put something else if it's cold, just to keep them nice and separate. Right, and our second pickup is just 3 minutes away. Here we are then at the pickup location. We're picking up from Sun Snacks Cafe, and we're picking up beans on toast and a sausage. Probably the most normal breakfast order we've had so far, although I need to remember, just because it's breakfast time for most people, not for everyone. Some people are just coming off their shift. Right mate, order for Judy? Yeah. Thank you. Oh, I forgot the bag again. I really need to start remembering the bag.
I can still see on my screen. Did you accept it?
Pardon?
Did you say you take it?
Yeah.
I still see on my screen. What's the address you got here?
Pardon?
What's the address you got?
This is Joe P. This is another customer first, and then I'm dropping this one off after. You can go check your screen, it'll be gone now. He thinks I haven't accepted. I'm doing my job, I know how to do my job. It's one thing when they ask you to accept, but when he's coming out like that, having a go at me, not pleasant at all. Anyway, we got the order now, and the first customer is 9 minutes away, and we're dropping off the Subway order first. This seems like a good time to answer the next question, which is, what is my favourite and least favourite thing about this job? Now, my favourite thing, probably answered that earlier as well, it's just the flexibility. It's if I wake up at 3 AM in the night and I'm bored, got nothing else to do, I can just come out, hop on the bike and earn some extra money. I have no one in charge of me. I can work as many or as little hours as I want. That's probably my favourite thing about this job. A close second would just be delivering and interacting with people. The smile you see on people's faces after delivering them food, you can't beat it. You really can't beat it. Now, the worst thing, that's tough to choose. There's a few bad things about this job. If we're gonna stay stay unpolitical and stay away from the companies themselves and the policies and human rights and things like that, which could be a whole video in itself. We're going to stay clear of that in this video. But if we're just talking about the job itself, like delivering food, the worst thing is probably spillages. Spillages are an absolute nightmare. It just ruins your day. I've had my fair share of spillages while doing this job, and quite a few of them have been documented on the channel. You've probably seen some of them, and it's not pleasant at all. It's one, really embarrassing. You get to the customer and half their food or drink is completely ruined. You have to sit there and apologize to them. And two, it just ruins all your bags. Everything gets covered in drink, and if you don't have the wipes and things to clean it on you, then you're kind of done working for the day. You need to go home and get that cleaned up before you can get back out and keep working. So yeah, probably spillages is the worst thing about this job. Obviously you have the rude customers or the rude staff sometimes. That comes with any customer service based job. You just kind of have to deal with it and expect it, but that's got nothing to do with me. So for him to put that onto me and make it seem like I've done something wrong or I'm not doing my job properly, it's very frustrating, and it happens more often than not, you know. And I know a lot of you guys in the comments say there are a lot of rude delivery drivers out there, and I don't disagree at all, but it's just not fair that we all get slummed into one and treated the same, because we're all human, we're all individuals, and we're all different. I would definitely say the positives and the nice customers and the nice staff outweigh the bad ones. So we're just 1 minute away from the first customer now.
Hello?
Hiya, it's your delivery rider. I'm just outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna send my son to come meet you.
Okay, thank you.
Now.
Okay, so this customer hasn't actually put an address. They're going to send their son down to get the food, which is absolutely fine by me. It means I don't have to go up looking for the correct flat. I'll tell you what, guys, it is freezing. It's like -1 right now. I think it got to -2 at one point, but it is cold. It's very cold. Although that does help with deliveries. A lot of people won't want to go out and get their food in this weather, so we should be a lot busier with orders while it's cold like this. I've got like all my motorcycle gear on right now, as well as thermals, and I'm still starting to feel the cold. Oh man, this is taking a real long time. I think I'd have been faster myself going up to the apartment. Hi mate, is it for Joe P? Yeah. Do you have the PIN number, please?
Yeah, 1522.
1522. Perfect. There you are, mate. Enjoy. Oh man, that was not quick at all. We were waiting for about 10 minutes there at this customer's. I don't mind waiting. I mean, I do mind waiting for a customer. I'd rather be as quick as possible, obviously, but it's not the end of the world if we have to wait for them. Sometimes they're busy doing things, but it's nicer when they are quicker with it, especially when I've got another order as well. It's not only making me slower, but it's meaning the other customer's going to have to wait even longer for their food. Lucky they're only 6 minutes away, so we'll try beat that time as well and get this food dropped off as quick as possible for them. Oh, would you look at this? We're getting a McDonald's order. You guys know I don't really accept McDonald's orders, but it is breakfast. Is it going to be nicer at breakfast time? £4.02. Should we try it? Should we try it? I don't know. Yeah, go on, screw it. We'll give it a go. It's been a while. Here's me talking about how I hate spillages, and then I go ahead and take a McDonald's order in the same video. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? Not entirely sure if I recorded that drop off or not. My GoPro seems to be playing up a bit today, but I was just saying how handy it is to have a little bag like this to be able to take out. Before I had the big backpack, which was just an absolute nuisance. And now we need to make our way to the dreaded McDonald's, which is just 2 minutes around this corner. And there's a lot of comments on my videos asking why I always decline McDonald's orders, and there's a lot of reasons for that. The way they seal their drinks is not very efficient at all, and there's a very high likelihood of spillages from McDonald's. I've had a lot of spillages in the past from McDonald's, and I know a lot of other delivery riders have as well. It's crazy though, because over in Brazil, when you order McDonald's, they actually heat seal the cups like they do for bubble tea, and I never once had an issue in Brazil delivering McDonald's or ordering McDonald's, so not sure why they don't do that in the UK. Probably to do with money, in all honesty. Another reason I don't pick up from McDonald's is the wait times are usually really long. Now, although deliveries is a huge part of McDonald's business, they don't dedicate enough resources to it. They just lump it in with the rest of the service, which leads to huge crowds and really busy atmosphere, lots of waiting drivers. And because of how popular and cheap McDonald's is, it's busy all the time, which means wait times are usually quite long. There's some McDonald's which have started implementing a certain section dedicated to deliveries, but in the most case, McDonald's is a pretty bad place to pick up from. Let's find out anyway, because we're picking up from here now. Right, I remembered the bag this time. It looks pretty quiet inside for a McDonald's, so hopefully it's going to be ready as we enter. Hiya, I've got D815C. Thank you. Oh, it's typical, isn't it? I do all that bad talk on McDonald's and then we have one of the smoothest pickups I've ever had from them. Not going to complain about that though. I believe there is a drink in this order because they've ordered a meal, so the worry's not over just yet. But so far so good. Oh man, I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. I was tempted to come out earlier than what I did, but I had to do some work on a video and get out some emails. So for me, this is like, it's starting to feel like midday for me, even though it's 8:30 in the morning. It's starting to get a little bit peckish. I should have had something this morning. That's one thing we're doing this job, is you always smell the really good food. So I like to make sure my belly's full before coming out. Otherwise, it just makes me more hungry. Right, after dropping off that order, we're now up to £15.11 and quite a beautiful area here. But I'm not sure there's too many restaurants around, so I'm going to try head to an area that's got a few more restaurants. Unfortunately, this next section of the video, the audio got corrupt. So I'm going to jump in here with a voiceover because this is probably the part of the video that you clicked on for. And that was to respond to the allegations made against this channel. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, a couple months back, a fellow YouTuber in this space made some allegations against my channel saying that I brought subscribers. Now, because all my videos have been pre-recorded up to this date, I never actually got a chance to speak on this in a video. I just wanted to take this opportunity to say I have never and I would never buy subscribers. This channel in the past year has gained over 110 million views, which is mind-blowing to say the least, but that's also come with its negatives. I'm no stranger to a hate comment. I see tons of them all the time and I just brush them aside. They don't really bother me. It's the internet. It's what I signed up for. But when it's someone so influential in the same space as me, I feel the need to say something. But I just wanted you guys to hear it from me that I have never and would never buy subscribers. I've put so much hard work and dedication into this channel that I would never do something like that to ruin it. I think at the end of the day, it's just a shame that these comments were made, and I have nothing but respect for this other YouTuber. They make incredible content, but that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I just wanted to clear things up for you guys in a video. Now, unfortunately, the audio doesn't really improve, so I think that's going to be it for today's video. I'm sorry it's a little bit short in terms of orders, but this was meant for more of a Q&A style video, just to answer a few of the questions you had. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in this video, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I might answer them in a future video. Thank you again for all the love and support you guys have shown me on this channel. It really does mean the world. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and like always, thank you for watching.